Welcome to the Unapologetic Mompreneur, the podcast for mums with an online business who are ready to take back their time, home, business, and self so they can restore the balance and thrive, both at home and at work, without feeling like they have to choose between the two. I'm your host, Sarah Dew, life and biz coach for mompreneurs. I'm also a mum, stepmom, wife, introvert, breast cancer survivor, and your mentor for making a change for the better. I've learned how to go from surviving to thriving and unapologetically create a business I love and the life I want for me and my family without worrying about what other people think. And now I'm here to help you do the same. Because being an unapologetic mompreneur doesn't mean that we're selfish or that we don't care about others. It simply means that we are not afraid to show up as our true, authentic selves, to step into our purpose, do what we know is right for ourselves and the ones we love, and take the steps we need to take to make our dream life and business a reality. Join me each week where I'll be sharing all of my best tips and strategies, plus the occasional dose of tough but gentle love to help you feel empowered, motivated, and confident to take action so that you can become the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. So, are you ready to unapologetically create a business and life you love? Let's do this. Oh my goodness, how can it be almost half term already? Where is this year going? It literally feels like only yesterday that Harrison went back to school and we were in January, we were setting goals, it was the start of a new term, and now suddenly we are pretty much looking and winding down ready for this Friday to start of our half term break. Whether it's the half term for you this week or next week, now is the perfect time for you to take a moment to pause, to reflect, to see how things are going on in your business, and to check in on where you are at. Especially if you are using the term time roadmap, where you are syncing your business with your child's school calendar, which is what I teach inside my term time roadmap masterclass and what I take all of my clients through. The very first thing that we do together is to sit down and map out and sync their businesses with their child's academic year so that not only does it fit effortlessly around the needs of their family and everything fits harmoniously together, but so that the goals are all broken down to fit and match the terms of the child's school year so that the goals finish exactly when the end of term finishes. And that also means then that the midterm check-in, that every time there's a half-term break, just like we've got coming up right now, is the perfect time to stop, to pause, to reflect, and see where we are at. It's taking advantage of this half-term break as a business milestone and reset point so that we can assess our progress, we can adjust our goals, and you can keep the momentum going strong throughout the year. And that's exactly what this episode is all about. If you are not already syncing your business with your child's school year, I highly recommend that you do that. Go and get my masterclass that shows you exactly how to do it. And in just 60 minutes, I will help you map it out. And then use this midterm break, this point halfway through this term, as a check-in point to see how you are doing with your goals. When you treat school midterms as mini milestones for your business, you are giving yourself the permission to pause, to refocus, and help you to stay on track for long-term success. But what does that actually look like in practice? Well, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm going to be sharing with you the process that I use, the areas that I review, and what I teach my clients to do so that they can stay on track, so that you can stay on track, and so that you can keep the momentum going and hit the goals you've set for yourself by the end of term. Because when we are going through that endless cycle of juggling family life with home life and business life and everything else in between, but we don't have any clear check-in points to see where we're at and making sure what our progress and that we are heading in the right direction, it's super easy to get to the end of it all and lose our way and wonder how on earth and why we haven't accomplished what we've accomplished. And so by using this to our advantage and checking in halfway through, we can make sure that we're on track. We can make sure that we are still heading where we are wanting to head. And so with a mix of looking back and reviewing of where we are, but also looking forward on what we want the next few weeks to look like, we can make sure that we are on the right path, that we are super clear of our direction, and that we know what we're working on. It's easy to just keep going, to be distracted by the day to day and think that we're working on our goals. But when we're being reactive instead of proactive, that can just lead to us feeling overwhelmed or out of alignment with our long-term vision. By taking this by the horns, by structuring our days and our weeks to match the terms of our child and using these midterm check-in points, we're being proactive instead of reactive. We're calling the shots, we're mapping it out, we're giving our day structure, and we are making sure that we've got that check-in time in the diary so that we can see where we're at and we know what we're doing going forward. So if you found yourself feeling like you are spinning your wheels or you're just getting by, or you don't even know if you're heading in the right direction, it might be time for you to start leveraging the school breaks as structured opportunities for you to reevaluate, rest, and recharge. And that's what we're going to do today. So to get started, it's time to review your goals. Dig out your notebook and pen, dig out the goals that you set yourself at the beginning of this term or the beginning of this year that you wanted to accomplish. Where are you so far? Check in on it. How is it going? Did you hit your targets? Are you on track? And if not, what is getting in the way? Maybe you need to tweak your approach. Maybe you need to scale back. Maybe your goals are a little bit ambitious and you need to readjust and be a little bit more realistic. Maybe actually you're doing more better than you thought you were and you've got some time and wiggle room to bring something else in. Have a look at how you're going, assess where you are on your goals, and then use that to figure out your baseline of what is next so that when you go back to work after the half-term break, you know exactly what you need to work on and you can dive straight in. Use the moment as well as an opportunity to check in and see how you feel about your goals. Are they still in alignment? Are they still lifting you up? Are they still bringing you joy? And are they still taking you to where you want to go in your business? Because if they're not, it is okay to let go of them because as time goes on and as the year goes on, we change and our goals change, and sometimes the direction of the things that we want to do in our business changes too. And it's not a failure to let them go. So check in on where you are at and review and make any adjustments so that you know what you need to go back to once your kids go back to school. Okay, so now you've checked in on your goals and you know where you're at. The next area to check in on and review is your actual business itself, of your business progress. How are you making in your business? Goals aside, how are things going? Because it's easy to spend in the day in the trenches working on our goals, but we also need to work on our businesses as well as in it. So how are things going? Is your business growing the way that you want it to grow? While you're checking in on your goals and seeing where you're at, also checking in on your business progress and how your business is growing, and if it's growing in the way that you want to, will help you figure out if you are still working on the right goals, the goals that are going to get you to where you want to be. So spend some time looking at everything. What are you doing with your days? What is working? What isn't working? What feels aligned? What doesn't feel aligned? Are you out there being visible? Are you growing your email list the way you want to? Are you growing your bank balance the way that you want it to grow? Are you hitting your targets? If not, what can you do over the next few weeks to make that happen? How can you ramp things up? What can you tweak? Are you out there being visible enough? What are your goals with your visibility, with your income, with your email subscribers? All of those things that you're doing, numbers of clients, whatever your goals and your targets are in your business, how are things going? As well as reviewing your goals, don't forget to check in and see what the progress and the growth is of your business. Spend some time doing this now, and then you won't get to the end of the term and spend all this time working on your business, but then think, actually, I've not got anywhere where near I want it to be. And if you are winning, if your bank balance is looking how you want it to look, if your email list is blooming with new subscribers, if you are out there doing all of the things and everything is going great, make sure you celebrate that. Do not go into the half term carrying on and then when they go back to school, diving back into your goals without taking a moment to pause, to celebrate, to reflect, to congratulate yourself and do a happy dance and celebrate those wins, because that is so important. It's so easy to keep going and to just think about what's next and what you haven't accomplished and keep pushing. But we also need to stop, to pause, to celebrate all of the things that we are accomplishing, to congratulate ourselves on all of the hard work that we are doing, that we are winning. that we are doing the right things, that we are growing our bank balance, we're growing our subscribers, we are doing all of the things. So check in on your business progress. And then if it's not working what you want it to, come up with a plan of a few things you can do over the next few weeks to help you switch things up. And if things are going great and are working, what do you need to keep doing to make things keep going the way they are? Okay, that's enough for the business review. It's time to look at some personal stuff. When we're reviewing our goals and looking at everything and checking in on where we're at, it's so easy just to focus on our business. But you know that I have my 4 pillar framework of love your family, love your home, love your business, and love yourself. And when you focus on and nurture all of those 4 pillars, that's when you go from surviving to thriving in your mompreneur journey. It's not just about business. It's super important to look at and see what you can do for family life and home and time, and things for yourself as well. So when you're checking in on everything and you're using this half-term break as your midterm review, use it as an opportunity to check in on your 4 pillars as well. We've just tackled that business pillar. Let's have a quick look at the family pillar. How is family life going? What time did you spend together over the last few weeks? Did you get time for quality time together, or do you feel like actually that it's been a little bit neglected and you want to make the most of the half-term break? And how would you like to spend time together going forward into the rest of this half term? Are there any activities you would like to do together? Are there things that are on your bucket list that you keep putting off? How can you spend some quality time together over the half-term break? And what would you like to do over the next few weeks? Check in on that. Ask your kids for some ideas. What would you like to do over the weekends? Get those things in the diary. Spending that quality time together, being intentional about it, really does make all of the difference. And if you are doing the term time roadmap, you are going to find it so much easier to spend that quality time together, because once you've synced your business with the school calendar, you know what hours you're working and when you are free to spend your time with your kids, and you don't have that terror being torn between your kids and your laptop or feeling like you are neglecting one for the other. Make the most of this half-term break to sit back and think about how you spend family time together and what you love doing together as a family. A few of the things that we love doing together, I love doing a Wednesday afternoon date day with Harrison where we will pop off out to our local Starbucks. We'll go for a wander around the shops. We'll have coffee together, well, hot chocolate for him. And we just spend a few moments just chatting about his day, his week. He fills me in on the things that he's been doing with Air Cadets. And we just have that time together and we absolutely love it. Another thing that we love doing together as a family is Sunday brunches. That's something that we started a couple of years ago, and it's probably even longer actually, but the boys love it so much that now we get to a Friday night, and even if the weekend or the week has been particularly busy, they know that we have Sunday brunch time, and they will get there. We'll get there on the Friday or the Saturday morning, and the first thing they say is, "What is for brunch tomorrow? What's for brunch on Sunday?" And they quite often now will choose, they have their few favorite things, but we know every week that we have always got that to look forward to. And it is definitely about quality over quantity. That brunch, that's literally like half an hour sitting together around the table, but it makes such a difference. That is whatever else is going on the weekend, that is our highlight of our weekend, and we absolutely love it. Having traditions in place can really help you to make sure that you've got that quality time together. Ask your kids for ideas and see what you would love to bring in as family traditions. That can really, really help to make sure that you are staying connected and that you are nurturing that relationship together. Next up to review on your half-term break is your home routines. Are they working for you? What is your housework routine like, your cleaning routine? Have you got a meal planning routine? Have a look at all of the different routines and how things are going at home, and ask yourself if there's anything that you can tweak or adjust that would make your life easier. Now is a great time to do that. Are they supporting your business growth, or are they adding to your stress? Maybe you need to get onto the reins with meal prepping ahead of time, maybe creating a weekly family schedule. Maybe even delegating some of the chores to the older kids. If they are able to do the chores around the house, get them on board. You do not need to have to do everything, nor should you. If you've got people under your roof that are perfectly capable of making their bed, of helping with the laundry, of emptying the dishwasher, feeding the dog, get them to do it. My boys chip in and they know that it's all part of family service. They know that when by putting it all together and us all doing a little bit each together, especially on a Saturday morning, we're then free to spend more time together. So on a Saturday morning, my eldest will do the bathrooms, he'll clean the bathrooms. He empties the dishwasher during the week. He takes the bins out and puts the rubbish out on bin day. And then Harrison, he feeds the dog every night. And on a Saturday morning, he works his way around the house, hoovering from top to bottom for me. And we all chip in. And it means then that it's all taken care of, but some of the load is taken off of my shoulders. Because as well as running the business and taking care of the house from day to day, I do all of the food shopping. I take care of all of the bills. I make sure they're all paid on time. I do all of the present shopping. I take care of Christmas. So they help and chip in by doing those bits for me as well. Get them on board. You don't have to do it all. So take a look at your home routines and ask yourself if they're supporting you as a family and supporting you in your business. Half term always works out as a great time to test those strategies and to tweak the routines so that by the time the kids go back to school, you can streamline them to make it easier for you to run your business during the school term without getting distracted. And then finally, and probably what should have been top of the list, was to review how you are taking care of you. This falls under the love yourself pillar. And if you are not making your well-being a priority or you find that your self-care has taken a bit of a backseat, now is the time to do something about it. Check in on how you are feeling. Are you feeling drained and overwhelmed? Are you feeling exhausted and stressed out from this half term? These midterm breaks, they allow you that time to check in with yourself and ask yourself if you're prioritizing your self-care alongside your business. And if you're not, now's the time to adjust your routines so that they are sustainable and that you have got time built in your day for you. Make sure you've got time in your diary each day and each week, even if it's just 5 minutes each day and then an hour or so at some point during the week where it is dedicated time just for you. I was constantly bumping my self-care to the bottom of the list and hit burnout twice having my business because of doing that. But now I have Friday afternoons off every week where it's just a couple of hours before I go and get Harry from school, where it's time just for me. No work, no working and sitting on my laptop, no mapping out blog posts or podcast episodes or anything like that. It's dedicated time for me, whether I go for a coffee or I sit and read my book or I catch up on one of my favorite episodes of whatever I'm binge watching on Netflix or Amazon Prime. That time is for me, and I know that I desperately need that, and it makes me feel so much better for it. Check in on your health and well-being. Check in on how you are inside and out. Are you taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally? And if you're not, what can you do to ramp that up? I've got an episode dedicated totally to this where we dive deep into the love yourself pillar. So if you're looking for ways to make your well-being a priority without feeling guilty about it, or even actually coming up with some ideas of things to do to take care of yourself when you do that, go and check out and listen to that episode. It really will help you to kickstart nurturing that pillar. But take the opportunity during this half-term break as part of your midterm review to check in on yourself too, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And there is nothing selfish about putting yourself first. The most selfless thing you can do is to take care of you so that you can then take care of the ones that you love, and that includes your business. And then going forward, like thinking about what the next steps are with your goals and what you would like to do going forward in your business so that you can keep growing and making the progress that you want. Have a look what else you'd like from family life and your home routines and from yourself going forward. How are you going to make time for you? Make sure those routines are working for you. Any tweaks that you need to make, and how you're going to make and be intentional spending quality time together. Use this midterm check-in to your advantage, but don't forget to check in on every other area of your life as well. It's not just about business. This is the perfect opportunity to stop, to pause, to reflect, to review, to see how you're doing, look at where you are, and adjust your approach if needed. So many of my clients, we will get to this stage, this half-term break, and they feel like sometimes you are losing control both on your business and home life during the holidays and breaks. But actually spending this time during the review, when you come out of the holiday and the half-term, ready to go back to school, ready to go back to your business, you come out stronger because you've used the time to assess and plan and readjust and make and get a strategy for what you need to do next. And then anything that you're looking at and you're not sure how you feel about it, don't forget to put it to the unapologetic test. Does it sit right with you? Does it feel right? Is it serving you? Is it getting you to where you want to be? If not, it's okay to let it go, because that makes room for you to allow to bring in the things that do feel right, that are aligned, that do lift you up, that bring you joy and get you to where you want to be. If you want help putting things to the unapologetic test, you'll find the link to the episode where I dive deep into that strategy in the show notes. That is it for today. I hope that that has helped. Take advantage of this midterm check-in. And if you're not yet using the term time roadmap and syncing your business with your child's school calendar, use this term time to do that. You just need 1 hour to set aside. And in those 60 minutes, I will help you put it together. Go and get my term time roadmap masterclass. The link for it is in the show notes. And if you want to get together one-on-one once the kiddos are back at school, I will help you and sit down and we can map out your term time roadmap and put all of these strategies in place. And if you want at the same time during the power hour, we can have a look at all of the different areas. I can help you review your goals, review your business progress, help you review where you are at with family, home life routines, and how to make your well-being more of a priority. I'd love to know what your biggest takeaway is, and if there is anything else that you do during your midterm review, I would love to know. Share with me what it is over on Instagram. Send me a DM at the Unapologetic Mompreneur, and I look forward to chatting with you in the next episode. Have a great half-term week. Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining me for another installment of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, I would love for you to leave me a rating and a review so that other mompreneurs can find this podcast too. Here's to unapologetically becoming the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. I can't wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye for now.